Kitchener stitch is a great way to join two pieces of knitting invisibly, meaning a sewn seam will look like a continuation of the knitting. To begin, thread a yarn needle with the yarn you'll use and secure it in the piece. Normally, you'd use the same color as the item you're stitching, but here we're using a contrasting color so you can see the seam more clearly. To start stitching, insert the yarn needle front to back as if to knit into the first stitch of the front needle. Pull it through and then slide the stitch right off the needle. Now insert back to front as if to purl into the second stitch. Leave that one on the needle. Now insert back to front as if to purl into the first stitch of the back needle. Pull through and slide that stitch right off the needle. Now go front to back as if to knit into the second stitch. You're going to continue to do this. Front to back on the first needle, slide the stitch off, back to front on the first needle, leave the stitch on. Back to front on the second needle, slide the stitch off, front to back on the back needle, leave the stitch on. Do this to the end of the row. The last two stitches on both needles, go front to back as if to knit, slide the stitch off, back to front as if to purl, leave the stitch on. Back to front as if to purl, slide the stitch off, front to back as if to knit, leave the stitch on. Front to back, slide the stitch off, and then back to front, slide the stitch off. What you then have is a sewn seam that looks like part of the knitted piece.